warriors, hell is a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city, gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life, gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard, go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well, not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run with Muhammad. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to them.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Let's get it. Down. 185. What time? Tight end, what time? 93. 93.
Throwing his car on third down. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Wild Bill. Begin. Slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Tight dog.
Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. All the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
All day, every day, any day. Shift! Watch the shift! Spot! No! Spot! No! Check! Crunch!
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Down! 180! Mike 27! Watch the slant. Check 52! Check 99! Check 99! Move it down!
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Indy. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all play ready, go.
Looking to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
We got this.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
93.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it second down and 11.
Down. 185. I got. Key tight end. 9. Even. 4 down. Even. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. White Monday.
On second and 11 now. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, check light 47. Check light 47. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
47's the mic. Express. Check. 47. Rabbit.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Ready,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point from McManus is good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Down. 180. 52's the mic. Watch the run. Watch right down. Slam. Show it up.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Joker. Check 24.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On first down, Muhammad, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Steve 6. 52.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, 734.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go, go, go. Hey, 734. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm coming after you. Yo, Chief. Switch.
Throwing now is Carr. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Raiders.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got you. 29. Mike's 47. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's what I do. Hey, check right 47.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check safety. Hey, what do you want?
They'll go again with Lindsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Love. And the Raiders have got him. Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mike's 42. Ready, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And that's caught inside the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Another run by Lindsey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Watch the pass.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Hey, we're good, we're good. We're ready.
They'll get this out wide. It's Nelson with it. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
We're ready. What's up?
On first down, Muhammad. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
You're mine.
47 Mike, 47. Watch the run.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
6'6", full high. 47. Mike, 47. Double dog. That's the way. Alert 3.
29. You ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Caught by Nelson. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47.
White Monday down.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 4, check 4. Switch. Low. Twist. He's coming.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 14. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now. It's Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Slam. Check.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Bravo! 52. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. My 52. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, Raider 2. 52.
Carr to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Carr now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Monday, down. 180.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
That's it.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for